Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, July 21st, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I value the process of feeling the feels. And today we have some strong astro tides moving us. We are in the last day before Venus goes retrograde. We actually have Venus and Lilith hanging out, but that is secondary to the fact that we're also in the last day of Sun in Cancer, last full day of Sun in Cancer. And in this last full day, the Sun is meeting in an opposition with Pluto. And we have the nodes squaring these energies. This could get a little complicated. It could get a little intense. I want to remind you, because I actually have in amidst these cards, the exhaustion card. And a lot of times when we have intense Pluto transits, it can feel really exhausting because sometimes I think the universe wants us to feel a little knocked out so that the transformation work can happen without us getting all up in its business. Because sometimes our work in the process of transformation is relaxing into it. So keep that in mind if you are feeling tired today. The Cancer energy is like, yeah, I'll sleep through that. Fine, sure, whatever. This energy is really interesting. It's not going to reach its peak opposition until 8:52 a.m. Pacific time. So late in the evening, basically, we're going to be feeling this build all day long. Now, keep in mind, when Pluto is up at bat, up at astrological bat, batting around the Sun in Cancer, and the nodes, hitting it out of the park. You can tell I don't play baseball, right? Like, that was definitely more of a tennis thing, tennis volley. The issue of power is at hand. And you may find yourself wrapped up in some sort of power struggles, whether it's with the nodes, good chance, or even with the energies of Cancer. So Cancer is bringing the feels. And part of the challenge of Cancer is that Cancer wants to be comfortable. Pluto is so uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable like a colonic. It is the Plutonic colonic. It is through allowing ourselves to be uncomfortable, though, a lot of times, that we actually do make progress and shift. Now, the piece that I find interesting in this is that nodal piece, because North Node in Aries, I am, having us work on ourselves, having us remember who we are, having us activate our I ams, the ones that have been shoved aside and gone deeper. Could also activate some Aries ego challenges in this. South Node in Libra, the patterns we have in relationships, patterns from multiple lifetimes that we have in relationships. And hello, relationships is definitely an area where there can be power struggle, where there can be crazy interactions when it comes to power. People giving it away, people holding it over others. There's so many dynamics that could come up. Your work is to be true to you, right? North Node in Aries, Pluto in Capricorn, to stand in your personal authority instead of giving it away. But you may be given situations that help you recognize where you may need to work on this in your life. I will remind us that relationships are so important, and a lot of times it's not so much about what the other is doing, but it's also how you are showing up. And so this is an invitation for you to stand in your power, whatever that looks like. And a lot of times we've got to play around with it before we really figure it out. Thank goodness Pluto is giving us so much opportunity by hanging out at 29 degrees for such a long time in Capricorn. Thank you, Pluto. Like I said, the Sun in Cancer energy wants to be comfortable, but this may be highly uncomfortable. So just recognize that in this energy. Not to mention that Venus Lilith. Now that Venus Lilith is definitely an added spark in the fire, and it's part of that ongoing yod, and that yod is also bringing up deep issues as it's connected to Neptune and as it's connecting to Pluto. I also think that the focal point of the yod, where the finger of God is pointing, which is at Venus in Leo, now Lilith in Leo, is a reminder that love is your way through. There's a song playing in my head that goes, I believe love will find a way. And so keep that in mind as you are standing in your power. What is your power based on? Is it based on the power of love? That is something that can help you move through these energies with grace. Sometimes you really have to really sink down into the love that you have for yourself as well to shift some of these crazy dynamics that are coming up and moving through. So, not the easiest energy, I would say. Also interesting, we have Mercury and Chiron in connection. So Mercury in Leo connecting to Chiron in Aries. So again, there may be inner child dynamics coming up through here that are receiving healing as you are willing to speak up for yourself. There's also potentiality of just shifting the mental energy to support yourself in new and better ways. So just keep that all in mind. And like I said, this is all on the precipice of Venus going retrograde on Saturday, the Sun moving into Leo on Saturday, and even Chiron in preparation of going retrograde on Sunday. So what a week. Speaking of Saturday, it is also Mary Magdalene's feast day. I actually just received these cards. I'm going to be showing up doing a scope for Venus retrograde. I think I will pull a Mary Magdalene card for that. But I'm going to be posting one of my favorite passages from a book, The Magdalene, where Mary Magdalene faces her 7 demons. And I think a lot of us could relate to these demons. And this may be part of a shift in power as well. So I invite you to watch that, share it. I'll be posting it on the Gaia Blooming Facebook page and my Facebook page. But please look for it and give it a watch because it is so worthy. Looking at these cards, speaking of challenging relationships, we do have the Lovers card in reverse. So just be aware of that. And it's right there with the Projections card. And the Projections card is always a reminder to look at the self. Yes, others project on us, but part of the projection is us accepting that projection. Remember who you are. That's a big piece of this puzzle. I showed you the Exhaustion card. This, as the 9 of Wands, is also a reminder that there are things that you can put down in this. So keep that energy in mind. Honoring guidance. Listen for your intuition. Last day of Sun in Cancer. Sun and Neptune just coming off a strong connection. You are being guided through this. Trust the guidance. The guidance is there to help support you through these challenges. And finally, we have the Postponement card as well. You know, Plutonic colonic energy can feel low. And sometimes we need to look out there and be like, well, I'm not feeling so great right now, but look at the beauty outside and look at this fun thing coming up. If you're feeling really low, it's okay to give yourself a little boost. Look for the colors, look for the good to help move you through any challenging energy as well. So that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are. Namaste.